Imagine you are standing at the bottom of a massive hill. At the very top is a door. Behind that door is freedom. The freedom to wake up when you want, work on what you love, and never stress about money again. Now imagine someone tells you you can reach that door in 5 years. Just 5 years of climbing. Then you're free forever. Would you do it? Most people would say yes. They would pack their bags. They would start climbing. But here is the strange part. After 2 years of climbing, most people quit. Not because the hill got steeper. Not because they got hurt. Because the door at the top disappeared from their view. They stopped believing it was there. Today, I am going to show you what that hill actually looks like. I am going to show you the math behind the climb. And I am going to show you why you might already be closer to the top than you think. My name is Elon. And this is not a story about getting rich. This is a story about buying your life back. Let me start with something most people never hear. There is not just one kind of financial freedom. There are 3. And knowing the difference changes everything. Think of them as 3 doors on the same hill. Door number 1 is at the very top. Behind it is full financial freedom. This means you have so much money invested that you never have to work again. Your money pays for everything. Your house, your food, your vacations, your health care, everything. You are completely done. Door number 2 is a little lower. This is lean financial freedom. Your money covers the basics. A roof over your head, food on the table, lights and water. But if you want extras like nice trips or fancy dinners, you need to earn a little extra. You are mostly free, but not completely. Door number 3 is the sneakiest one. It is called Coast Financial Freedom. This means you have invested enough money early in your life that even if you never save another dollar, compound growth will carry you to a full retirement by the time you are 60 or 65. You still have to work to pay your current bills. But you never have to save for retirement again. The hard part is already done. Most people only dream about door number 1. But door number 3 is where real magic happens. And it is much closer than people think. Let me introduce you to Elon. Elon is 27 years old. He earns $85,000 a year. He has $5,000 saved. And he has decided he wants to reach door number 1 in 5 years. He wants to be completely financially free by age 32. Here is his math. He figures out that if he moves to a cheaper city, sells his car, and lives very simply, he can live on about $30,000 a year. Using the 4% rule, he needs $750,000 invested to never work again. That is his target. Now let's see what happens when he starts climbing. The first thing Elon learns is that climbing is not fun. It is not glamorous. It is not what you see on social media. In year 1, Elon moves to a small city where rent is cheap. He sells his car and buys a bicycle. He cancels every subscription. He stops eating at restaurants. He learns to cook the same 6 meals over and over again. He misses weddings because flights are too expensive. He skips parties because he does not want to spend money. He saves 75% of every paycheck. That is $48,750 in 1 year. By the end of year 1, he has about $56,000 saved. But here is the problem. Even if he does this for 5 full years, saving 75% of his income, he will only have about $250,000 from his own savings. He still needs another $500,000 to reach his goal. That money has to come from somewhere else. So in year 2, Elon stops cutting and starts growing. He asks for a raise at work. He prepares carefully. He shows his boss all the value he has created. He gets a 12% bump. Now he earns $95,000. He learns new skills in the evenings. He gets a certification that makes him more valuable. Then he switches to a new job that pays $110,000. He also starts freelancing on the side. 10 hours a week at $75 an hour. That is another $39,000 a year. By the end of year 2, Elon's income has grown from $85,000 to about $149,000. His expenses are still low because he kept his simple lifestyle. He is now saving about 85% of his income. His portfolio has grown to about $135,000. He is on track. But he is also exhausted. Here is where the story gets interesting. At the start of year 3, Elon discovers something surprising. He does not need to keep climbing all the way to the top. Let me show you the math. Elon is 29 years old. He has $135,000 invested. Now imagine he stops saving completely. He goes back to a normal life. He buys a car. He goes on vacation. He eats out with friends. He just lets that $135,000 sit in the market and grow. At an average return of 8% per year, that $135,000 grows to about $1.36 million by the time he is 59. That is full financial freedom at a normal retirement age, without saving another single dollar. Elon has already reached door number 3. He has coast financial freedom. The hard part is over. The secret employee will do the rest of the work. This is the fork in the road. This is where most aggressive savers make a mistake. They keep climbing because they set their sights on door number 1. They forget that they have already won. Let me compare Elon to someone else. Let us call him Jake. Jake is the same age, same salary, same city. But Jake did what most financial advisors recommend. He saved 15% of his income starting at 22. Nothing extreme. Just steady. At age 29, Jake has about $38,000 saved. Less than 1/3 of Elon's pile. But here is the surprise. If Jake keeps saving 15% until he is 65, he ends up with about $1.44 million. Elon, if he stops saving completely, ends up with about $1.36 million. Almost the same amount. Elon just gets there 6 years earlier. So what did Elon's extreme sacrifice actually buy him? It bought him 6 years. Maybe 10 if he saves a little longer. That is real. That is valuable. But it is not the massive difference that the marketing promises would have you believe. This is the truth. The 5-year promise is almost never hit exactly. But chasing it lands you somewhere amazing. It lands you at Coast Fi. And Coast Fi is a win. Now I need to tell you about something that can break even the best plan. It is called sequence of returns risk. Fancy name, simple idea. Imagine 2 people. Both have $200,000 invested. Both save $90,000 a year. Both plan to reach $750,000 in 5 years. Person A has good luck. The market goes up 12% in year 1, 10% in year 2, 8% in year 3. Their money grows fast. They reach their goal early. Person B has bad luck. The market drops 15% in year 1. Their $200,000 becomes $170,000 before they even add their savings. Even with their $90,000 contribution, they end year 1 with only $260,000. They are already behind. This is sequence risk. The order of good and bad years matters enormously when you are climbing fast. A single bad year early in your journey can push your finish line back by 2 or 3 years. Not because you did anything wrong. Because the market did not cooperate. This is why aggressive plans are fragile. They assume perfect conditions. They assume 10% returns every year. But the real world is not smooth. It is bumpy. It is unpredictable. And the plan has no room for bumps. Does that mean you should not try? No. It means you should understand the risk. You should build a plan that can survive a bump. And you should know that even if you miss your exact target, you will still land somewhere better than where you started. Let us fast forward. Elon has been climbing for 5 years. He did everything right. He saved aggressively. He increased his income. He kept his expenses low. He stayed disciplined. But the market had some bad years in the middle. He did not hit $750,000. He hit $460,000. By the strict definition of his original goal, he failed. But look at what $460,000 actually means. If Elon stops saving today at age 32 and just lets that $460,000 grow at 8% for 15 years, he will have about $1.46 million at age 47. That is full financial freedom 13 years before traditional retirement, without saving another dollar. If he keeps saving even a modest amount, he reaches freedom even sooner. Elon did not become free in 5 years. He became free somewhere between year 5 and year 8. He bought back about 25 years of his life. Now here is the question you need to ask yourself. What is that worth? What is it worth to wake up at 47 and know you never have to work for money again? What is it worth to watch your friends stress about layoffs and retirement while you plan your next adventure? That is not failure. That is victory. Just not the victory you imagined from the bottom of the hill. So what should you do with all of this information? Let me give you a simple map. 5 steps. No complicated finance words. Step 1. Know your 3 doors. Full FI, lean FI, coast FI. Most people only dream about the top door. But the lower doors are still freedom. And they are much closer. Step 2. Calculate your coast FI number. This is the amount you need invested so that you never have to save for retirement again. It depends on your age and your target retirement number. A 25-year-old needs about $100,000 to coast to a normal retirement. A 35-year-old needs about $200,000. You can find calculators online for free. Step 3. Pull the 3 levers. Income, expenses, returns. Cutting expenses only gets you so far. Real acceleration comes from growing your income while keeping your lifestyle simple. Step 4. Beware the sequence risk. A bad year early hurts more than a bad year late. Build a cash buffer. Do not panic sell. Give your plan room to breathe. Step 5. Know when to stop. The goal is not to suffer for decades. The goal is to buy back your life. If you reach coast FI, celebrate. You have already won. Everything after that is just moving the finish line. Here is the truth that most financial videos will never tell you. You do not need to reach the top of the hill to be free. You just need to climb high enough that the rest of the hill climbs itself. Most people quit because they cannot see the door. They think freedom is millions of dollars away. But for many of you, freedom is much closer. Maybe it is 5 years of focused work. Maybe it is 10. Maybe you are already there and you do not even know it. The only way to find out is to run your own numbers. Not someone else's. Yours. If this video made the math feel real for the first time, subscribe to this channel. Because here, we do not sell dreams. We show you the map. And we help you climb. See you in the next video.